Ahoy, mateys! Welcome back to another Captain Patriot video. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Today we are going out sailing on the seas of stupidity. And where better to look? Than college campuses? So today we're taking a look at a Veritasium video on YouTube titled "Do People Understand the Scale of the Universe?" He starts off, so I'll just explain the premise real quick so we can start watching clips. Basically, the premise of this video is he has a blank board that says smallest at the top and biggest at the bottom, and you have to take different words like moon, sun, planet, and organize them by size. Okay, so this is a chance for us to see, and this was posted a year ago. Okay, so this is a chance for us to see if college is worth it. I don't want to waste too much more time because we got a lot of stupid people to get through here. Okay, so without further ado, let's get started.
Yeah, I'd say moon is probably
I'd say stars are smallest.
But the sun is a star.
I'll say planets are the smallest.
I'll say planet might be the top of the line.
Is the sun bigger than the moon?
Holy shit, dude. Like, when I see people like Charlie Kirk talking about, you know, college isn't worth it anymore.
I do believe it is a scam.
Save your money, go get a trade, you know, go get a trade degree or a 2-year degree or something, work a trade job. You know, honestly, it's hard to disagree with that when this is the evidence that is so widely available on the internet for you to look at. Okay, when you see someone put the smallest thing being like a star at the top of the board, and you're in college. Okay, at this point you are at a university, which at least back in the day used to mean something. Okay, and it's just like we're now at the point where people in college don't know that a star is larger than a moon or a planet. Like that I'm sorry, well, to be fair, like that is very worrisome, but it's also really funny. Maybe I shouldn't be so harsh. Let's keep going and see if there's an explanation as to why this is happening, why people don't know. I don't know. Just don't know.
It depends on the planet, right?
It does, but as a general category, stars, then moons.
And then there's stars
Yeah.
around the planet.
The sun is a star, right? I think.
Yeah,
It is.
You think this one's next? I trust you.
Because we're talking about a galaxy, bro. We're talking everything.
You guys probably think I'm like sarcastic or joking when I say I'm going out sailing on the sea of stupidity. This is like your average person, okay? And these people vote. Keep that in mind, okay? These are people who actively participate in making decisions on how our country is run, okay? And like, I'm sorry if I call them stupid, okay? I get that it's not nice. I get that it's mean, but in reality and in my opinion, and this is again just an opinion, I don't have any evidence backing this up, but I think being stupid is a choice, okay? I really do. I think like if you were to just take like 5 seconds and think about it logically, like for 5 seconds, if you didn't like get all emotional about it and you just sat there and you thought for 5 seconds about the order of those objects in space, you should be able to figure it out. You should be able to like look at those and know those words and be like, that one's bigger than that one. That one's bigger than that one. That one is bigger than that one, and that one is bigger than that one. But apparently that's too hard. Thinking for 5 seconds is just, it's too difficult nowadays. Everyone's addicted to their cellular devices and whatnots and their who's and magidgets and what's a gadgets and okay, I'm getting too stressed out. I need to drink some water here.
So what is a moon? Like, how's a moon different from a planet?
It's a collection of dust, maybe.
The way that they come about in astrology and like the meteors.
Not the astrology, dude. Yeah, you know, how does a moon come about? Astrology. You know, she's someone who has her sign like in her bio on her dating profile or in her Instagram profile. She's got the little like emoji of whatever her sign is, Scorpio or whatever. It's okay. Look, guys, speaking for my fellow men out there, we don't care.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you.
We don't care.
We do not. We're not interested. Thank you very much. Keep your signs on the highway.
Planets is like human life already exists. You looking at the galaxy too. I'm over here like, okay.
I think it's this one and then this one.
You're right.
You can.
Wait, no.
Unless you believe in the multiverse, then you know.
You're taking this like 4-dimensional chess level.
I think the moon would be bigger, no?
I mean, you think, right? Because like it looks bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this supposed to be like a science lesson?
Like there's definitely some science to this.
Okay. We are not astrology majors.
Like how stupid are you? Okay, oh my gosh, dude, we're not astrology majors. Oh, there's just so much to unpack there. What major are you? They should not give you your degree. But you know what? Okay, they could tell you all about intersectional feminism. Okay. It's just like, you know, you can't argue with this, dude. You can't argue with stupid. Like, you literally, if you want to try and argue with these people about any sort of like political belief or anything, if anything at all, you have to grab them and bring them up to your level. You cannot like muddle around in the mud and dirt, okay, with these people. Like, not in like a separate yourself out from society sort of way, but in like a do not like go into an intellectual conversation with these people if you not like, okay, I don't even know what I'm saying, dude. I'm getting dumber as I watch this video.
You don't know if the moon has people on it. It could.
You think the moon could have people on it?
There could be moon people. We never know.
Yeah, there could be people in your bag, girl, okay, or whatever you're consuming that is making you think there could be people on the moon. I wonder what could she be taking? What do you think she likes? I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. That is a joke. I'm like, people buy all sorts of stuff with all sorts of stuff on it. I'm aware of that. Okay, it was a joke. But my goodness, okay, you know, I'm trying to make sense of this. Like, how could you have college students who are working towards a 4-year degree, right? Presumably a 4-year degree. I mean, you're at a university, right? You're at a college campus. How do you get to that level and think these things, right? Like, I mean, that to me is on the same level of someone thinking the Earth is flat, right? Like the concept of thinking that is like a total and utter rejection of any sort of brain function whatsoever. It is completely devoid of any sort of thought process there. It's just like, I want it to be true, so I believe it's true, and then I build my reality based off of that. Because, well, we didn't find humans up there on the moon, so therefore they could be up there on the moon because we didn't find them. So they might still be up there waiting for us to find them. It's like that is like saying you're going to find, I don't know, the tooth of Elvis Presley in the bottom of the ocean. Sure, you could. Who knows? Who knows where all of his teeth are?
Doesn't it take 8 Earths to fill the sun?
1,000,000 Earths.
1,000,000 Earths. I got it wrong. Okay, I'm stupid.
Well, the self-awareness is refreshing. I will say that. Look, I think this is such a stupid thing, but like, if you don't know the answer, just say you don't know. Just say you don't know. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, I feel like you know more what you don't know than what you do know. You know? Like, if you were to just be honest and be like, I don't know how to fix the toilet, that's good, because then, like, you're one step closer to learning how to do it. It's because you admit you don't know how to do it. But if you're constantly saying you know how to do shit, or you know shit, and you think there's 8 Earths in the sun, what's going on?
Galaxies there are in the universe?
I'll take a guess and say like 20 something.
How many galaxies in the universe?
If I know.
See, was that so hard? Was that so hard? It's nice to see, though. I will admit, it's nice to see that some people still have a brain. I think I'm gonna stop there. He doesn't really dive into any of his concerns with all these college students not being able to answer the question of what ranks in the smallest in terms of scale to the largest in terms of scale. However, he does say this, which I find interesting and still relevant to the conversation.
So many people don't know the basics about the universe we live in, but it can even be hard to understand the world we live in.
I don't know. I mean, that question was very, very easy. Like, that wasn't a very difficult question. That was a very straightforward question, and you're kind of giving these people too much credit, in my opinion, okay? I think it's okay to be a little bit more critical and a little bit more harsh with your words when it comes to stuff like this, because this is, generally speaking, something anyone with access to social media or to the internet should know, right? Like, this isn't, you know, this isn't second grade, right? Like, this is like at least 6th grade knowledge. And these people are in college and they still don't know. I'm sorry, but like sometimes you're a little bit too, and not saying Veritasium, I'm just saying like you, the colloquial you, the general us, right, tend to be a little bit too forgiving with people not knowing things. And there's no like pressure put on people anymore to learn things, right? Because we have the easy access at our fingertips. There's no reason to memorize or to remember anything anymore when you can just go back and it's at your fingertips, right? Like it's, you know, our memory has suffered because of it, you know, and unfortunately, I think, you know, we're generally speaking a little bit too forgiving with that stuff, especially when it comes to college students not knowing this. It completely shifts, you know, it's not someone who's like, doesn't even speak English and they came to the country and they have no idea what they're doing here and they're from a third world country where they didn't have internet access. They didn't grow up with public education. They didn't grow up surrounded by technology, which most Americans are. It's just like there really isn't, like, I would expect this of someone living like, I don't know, the Amish lifestyle where school stops at like grade 8, right? Like I would expect this from someone whose schooling ended early on in their life. But for college students getting 4-year degrees, no, like, I'm sorry, the bar's higher for you. I don't know what you want me to say. And yeah, like I agree with Veritasium. The world is confusing. It's hard to understand sometimes, but when it comes to something like vocabulary and knowing, you know, relationship, just knowing the size of objects, like it's like asking someone, what is a pencil? Like in 10 years, are we going to have kids not knowing what a pencil is because they grew up with an iPad in their hands? Possible. I don't know. Like, oh, a pencil? You use a pencil? What are you, like a caveman? Drawing on paper? I have my new digipad in my hand, okay? Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, drop a like and subscribe. Helps the channel out. I really, really appreciate it. Thanks for coming on this voyage out into the sea of stupidity with me. It's always nice to have company. So take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.